Welcome, everyone, to the Primeval Cast, episode 10. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Louie. What's up, Louie?
Hey, guys.
So Primeval is going to have an anniversary soon.
Dude.
And we jumped it already. We got popping out some podcasts before the anniversary. So today we're going to go over Season 2, Episode 4, which is, I don't know about you, but I think this is a way better episode than we talked about yesterday.
I completely agree. I think this is one of the strong episode.
Very strong foundations put in here.
Mm-hmm.
We start with Lucian Hope, I think, who is a basketball. They're playing basketball, and the ball goes into the grass, and he goes after the ball. And you see like the sewer coming up with Gook. And then he gets, long story short, he gets sucked into the sewer. You think he dies. He has a shoe that's left there. Then we jump to Oliver Leak, who the anomaly detector goes off, and he tries to get the guy to pinpoint an exact location. But it appears like it's over water, but then it vanishes. So he gets pissed because he can't get the exact location. He wants to get the jump on it before Carter gets it, and Steven and everybody, for his own twisted purposes. As we've seen, he's up to no good, hiring Carolyn to basically date Connor and send pictures of Rex and manipulate around. So he's the bad guy. He's the mole. Something's with him. Okay, so he's trying to get a jump on the situation, and he gets the coordinates, but not the exact coordinates. So he runs off. We find that Connor's chilling at the flat with Abby. Abby is kickboxing, and Carolyn's making dinner. And then Carolyn decides to coach Abby because Abby is, she, I guess, is trained a lot more. Who the hell knew that Carolyn's like a freaking professional kickboxer, whatever the hell she is. So she shows her this special kick that would knock out an opponent rather than injure them, which Connor likes that because like, oh, that's my girlfriend, whatever stuff. I mean, I know they're dating, whatever, but he's, and Abby gets a little bit, that's cool, but she doesn't like her at all, And it's fun.
Intimidated, I think.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of in competition. I mean, even though Abby supposedly, thinks that she doesn't like Connor, she's starting to feel maybe she does like Connor, but she doesn't want to admit to herself. So she starts getting jealous. So it's funny because when we find that Carolyn silences Connor's phone, and, Abby's like, oh, Professor Cutter's trying to call you. He's not, oh, he is. So she loves it that the dinner gets spoiled, and, they have to run off and leave Carolyn all alone, And so he didn't like the idea, but he had to go. And then she sees Rex, which, she's in shock, but she's amazed. We're going to get back to like Rex in a minute. We go to Cutter and Steven with Jenny Lewis looking at the manhole, trying to figure things out. Cutter decides to investigate with Steven. I guess Jenny's supposed to, inform Connor and Abby what's going on. So they go into the water, and they have a situation where they're chasing after this thing. It gets away. You want to jump in? Pretty much.
Yeah. For me, this episode, I think it's a really strong point that we've discussed before. I mean, we have this episode's kind of like an Abby and Connor central episode. It's like it revolves around them, but at the same time, you get like Steven and Cutter rivalry.
That's a big thing. It's a competition ego thing, which
kind of leads off from where we picked up from last week, like with the whole Valerie thing. It kind of picks up from that, and we have the mer creatures, which are from the future. We have the future shark. I think they're really cool creatures. I don't know about you. They're very unusual.
There was it was a future descendant of the shark.
And then the future descendant of like monkeys or seals.
Like a walrus. The funny thing is that we get to a point where Cutter sees somebody that he remembers seeing in previous episodes. Chases after him, the guy knocks him out. And you're like, oh, that's the guy in this episode. Then that's the guy in this episode. So we get that stuff going on. There's a fight between Steven and Cutter because Cutter thinks he knows where the thing is. And, Steven thinks he's an expert, which is an issue, and it's causing a rift. Jenny and Connor and Abby go in the water. Jenny falls into the water. And the creature basically is going after her. Now, at first we think that this is the creature that they're going after. It's like a weird shark thing. And Steven and they show up at the nick of time. They save Jenny, and they shoot the shark creature. But what you find out is that that's not the creature. They found like a skin in the water. When they did dissection, they find out that the shark creature only ate the basketball and the shoe, but he didn't have time to digest it. So they come to the conclusion that there's another creature that went through an anomaly. From the future, and it's this walrus humanoid ape creature, whatever it is.
Very strange. A mer creature.
Very strange. They don't know if it's the future descendants of the human race. They don't know what the hell it is. We also get into a situation where Abby falls into the water, gets sucked in, and they believe her to be dead because Cutter asked Abby and Connor to join him against what everybody else is knowing because he feels that Steven's going off in the wrong direction. He don't want nobody to know. And now Cutter feels responsible because he thinks Abby's dead. And, Connor's flipping mad at Cutter. And, then we get the whole group comes, Jenny, Lester, and he's like, get Connor out of here. And we're not looking for her. And so then Lester supposedly fires Cutter. He makes Steven in charge. Now, again, if the friendship was strong enough, they wouldn't allow that to happen. But there's friction because of the Helen thing and still is not completely resolved. There's like something there with the friendship that's still... So, Helen's not making things better, but he's keeping from Cutter that he's communication with Helen. So that's bad. And so it's just a thing where Cutter goes off and Connor is like soaking at the apartment. Cutter calls up Connor and says, look, I take full responsibility, but please help me to find this creature, even though Abby's gone. And then we find out that Abby's alive. And she's alive with Lucy and Holt, the basketball player. And they're trapped in this sewer thing, Steven's leading him in the wrong direction. He's got all this stupid equipment. He's looking at the wrong angle. And Cutter is just determined to find out what's going on. And they find this wall. And then he's like, it's just a wall. We got to break through this wall. It's there. Let's break through it. And they find out that Abby's there, and Lucy. They try to save. Well, they save Lucy, and they find out that Abby got pulled under again.
Yeah, which is a bit of like Abby.
Yeah, poor Abby. So now Connor's like dead set. I'm going to find her. I'm going to get this thing. He runs. He finds Abby. And he keeps jumping from platform to platform. You see the anomaly. So the anomaly is underneath the water. But they couldn't be detected or whatever by the machine, I guess, or something. So Connor gets his ass kicked. He gets knocked into the water. And Abby flips out. Because I guess at that moment, she does care for Connor, And it's a situation where he gets up out of the water and he doesn't see Abby. And he jumps into the anomaly after Abby. He's like, Abby's in there, And we see all these creatures. You see this supersized one, and there's a whole bunch of them. Meanwhile, On the other side, Lucien and Cutter are dealing with a whole bunch of creatures that, Steven winds up saving the day and helping them out, and they're united together.
It's a great moment.
It's a great moment. It's a great freaking moment that, because Steven saw that he saw Cutter on the monitor on the raft. He's like, what the hell? And he sees the creature, and then he sees the thing. He's like, oh my God, my friend's in trouble.
And it shows.
Effing. He grabs the machine gun. He goes, how do you swim with a machine gun?
Yeah.
I have no idea. He did, though, because he's fucking Stephen Hartman.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. All right? I'm going to go after that motherfucker. Fuck this. And that was great because he gets up out of the water. It was like fucking amazing shit.
Bricks at the creature.
Even Lucien throws the rock, and it bounces like a basketball and knocks one out. But it was fucking action-packed, amazing shit going on, okay? So then there's another situation where Abby, he throws rocks at the creature. Abby, he leaps off the rocks like he's hanging, trying to grab Abby and pull her up. And he won't let her go. And the fucking great part is that he's willing to fall over with her. And he's got his arm back here, and fucking Professor Cutter grabs that shit. Like, like I got you, or something like let's go home, whatever. And they fucking pull each other out of there. They all get the fucking machine guns, and you got Cutter and fucking Steven. They're like, bah, 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 bah. Shoot all these motherfuckers. It was great. Great shit. I don't mean to curse, but this stuff was amazing.
What a curse.
It was effing amazing. The unity, the fucking team was strong. I love that shit. I don't want to skip with I don't want to skip with Jenny Lewis, because Jenny Lewis said, fuck it. She was helping Cutter out on the side to find out where...
She risked her job.
Yes, she did. So I love that they're a team, they're united. Even Lester is a dick, but he's cool. He's not really a dick. I mean, he acts like a dick. And then you find out later on,
slowly warming.
He jokes to Professor Cutter. He's like, oh yeah, when I fire you, could you stay fired for like more than 5 minutes? Meaning that,
he's glad,
of course, he's glad, and he knows, hey,
But then that also leads to a bit of a rivalry again with Steven, because he says, if you're gonna stay,
you screwed up.
He basically says like, because if it was down to Steven, we'd still be looking.
Yeah, he's like, well, if it would have been up to you, we would have been done, right?
Yeah.
So it was like,
But then even
again,
it kind of shows Cutter is a bigger person, because he says like, don't worry about it, Steven. He doesn't hold it against Steven. He kind of just goes.
He said it was luck. He said it was luck that
it could have been any
whatever.
Yeah, anyone's mistake.
You're my friend.
But you get,
and then we get to see.
Oh, so go on.
Okay.
I was gonna say we have the scene as well.
The scene. I'm sorry, the scene where Connor says to Abby he loves her.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
That was a big scene too, and she, was shocked, and then she asks him about it, and Carolyn interferes. Oh, there was another scene too. The scene that you find that Carolyn's an evil. She put Rex in the freezer. Could have died.
Yeah, and I hate that.
That's
scene.
Pretty bad.
It's very uncomfortable to watch, actually.
No, it's horrible. It's horrid. Who does that?
It's not very nice to watch, because we all love.
He's like the most evilest person in existence. I mean, if someone would do that.
And the way she
Abby's like,
she's sitting on the sofa as they walk in, and Abby finds it, and she screams. And as Connor goes to go and help, she kind of grabs Connor by the tie.
She's like, get your girlfriend away from me.
It's like, what vile woman.
Yeah. But then when they're about to get together again at the end, Carolyn interferes that they got to go to a play, and it sucks because he was about to tell her they loved her, and then he was true about it, and they interfered in that moment. And then we get another moment. We get the moment where Oliver Leake is in the car talking to that guy that keeps showing up. He's like, you compromised, whatever, and then you see that Helen is pulling the strings with Oliver Leake.
I know.
It's like, what the hell is going on, man?
Big plot twist. I don't know if you saw that coming.
I was like, what the is happening, man? I didn't know that
was going to happen.
I didn't know that was going to happen, because I thought that she's kind of like, we don't know what the hell she's doing, but I didn't know that she is working with whoever and doing weird shit. So, I mean, I don't know what the hell's happening at this point, but I'm like, that was great to throw that twist in there. That's really nice. And he listens to her because that's his boss, which was like, oh, so she's behind him and everything. But, Cutter is kind of against Lester. He thinks that Lester's evil, He thinks he's not sure. He's like, I think it's him, but I don't know. He don't even suspect Leak until that moment, that time last episode. Where they're like, yeah, we killed it. We did that. And he's like, we didn't talk, or that Abby drugged him wrong or something, remember? So he starts to see that Leak is a bad guy, but he thinks that Lester's behind it at this point, but he's not.
They all kind of, like, I think
Definite.
Stephen particularly thinks Lester's the villain.
Yeah, he thinks he's behind it. Yeah, he doesn't think Helen at all.
No, not because he's too manipulated by Helen at this point. But I think in future episodes, you'll start to see that Helen starts to poison his mind against.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go into each episode, but I do got to say, much better. I mean, I don't think there's really a bad episode so far, but much better than last episode by far.
I think this episode is probably the best of this series at this point, at this current point.
Right. I think so. I would say so.
I think it's just a very strong character episode, like with Abby gone missing. Connor's kind of for the first time kind of challenging Cutter because he's.
I gotta say, I'm really upset about Claudia Brown being gone. Like, really upset. But I'm starting to warm up to Jenny.
Yeah, she's a good character.
I just like Claudia better, but all right, we'll see what happens.
It's hard to. It's such a shock, and it kind of helps because it kind of helps you feel how Cutter must feel.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do feel how he feels. It's kind of he wants to get close to this woman, but she's not exactly Claudia Brown, or is she? It's kind of weird. We don't know yet what the hell she is, or if she's just different, but yet the same, but her life path or different. I don't know what the hell. So we'll find out. But great episode. So thank you, Louie.
No problem. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And again, as time allows, you could be sure that we're going to make every effort to cast for you guys and to be a big part of the Primeval anniversary, because we do want to represent and we do want to bring awareness to the show, and we do want it to come back on the air. So we're going to do our best to try to give you enough content for the anniversary. So again, thank you, my co-host Louie.
Thank you very much. Enjoy future episodes.
And check out the Facebook page, Primeval Cast.
Yeah, I'm going to do some more work to that.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye, guys. Have a nice night.